मैं आप दोनों से आज टॉपिक भी हम यही कुछ डिस्कस कर रहे थे. स्पेसिफिकली बराम वर्कड ऑन एन आर्टिकल रिसेंटली अबाउट बाबर आजम, और बाबर आजम पे आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रही है. मेरे लिए भी मोस्ट पीपल हु वॉच क्रिकेट इन पाकिस्तान के व्हाट हैपेंड टू बाबर आजम, और के ये एक स्लम्प है या दिस इज़ द एंड, ये भी एक कॉन्वर्सेशन है. ऑफिस का जवाब तो हमारे पास है या नहीं है, लेकिन लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द आर्टिकल. टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट इट.
So, I mean, apart from, of course, working with pro sports, I'm also a part of the Good Areas team. Good Areas is a business run by Jared Kimber, which is basically cricket content. Now, there are written articles, there are video essays that Jared narrates himself, and then there are also podcasts, a lot of which I am spearheading, right? Like, I take ownership of them and I decide all the subject matter, and then Jared is, of course, the subject matter expert, and we kind of bounce things off like amongst each other. So, this idea came basically when I was in the press box and I was watching Pakistan versus Bangladesh, and I realized that, you know, back in the day when Babar's slump originally started, he at least still looked good for the 20, 25, 30 runs that he was scoring. But of late, if you noticed his batting, he was looking really ugly. He was struggling out there. His balance was off, falling over and all of that sort of stuff. And something was clearly wrong. Even with Saad, I used to discuss this in our Pro Sports podcast. Saad, I was asking myself whether it's a mental or technical thing. And for the longest time, I thought it was mental. But at this point, I was convinced that something is up over here and there is some sort of technical deficiency. And we started talking about this in the group, Good Areas WhatsApp group, right? And from there, Jared just brought up the toe and he kind of cracked that. So I know we'll come to it later, but that was entirely him. But there were four of us, myself, Jared, Varun, and Shayan. And we kind of constructed the piece, which was then narrated and has gone viral. So I feel extremely proud, obviously, to have contributed to such a meaningful and impactful piece. But the toe bit was all Jared. I'm not going to claim any of that. Yeah.
ठीक है.